So Chandler says, "You're right, Joe. I have no excuses. I was totally over the line." And then Joey responds, "Over the line? You're so far past the line, you can't even see the line. The line is a dot to you."
Wait, what's the context?
Chandler kissed Joey's girlfriend.
No, how does this relate to our episode today?
Oh, we're talking about boundaries.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the Career Corrective, your career lifeline that gives you laugh lines with Jenny and Allie.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we are continuing our series on habits, talking about how to make a habit out of setting boundaries.
Ooh, yes.
Such an important habit. We have a special taste test today for everyone.
We do.
We're doing coffee creamers,
Yes.
a variety of coffee creamers.
We are. Little shots. We're doing shots, a coffee
Yes.
creamer.
Happy hour with coffee.
Yeah.
I bought this coffee. I'm going to spell it because I don't know. ILLY Classico, Classic Roast.
Yeah.
It comes in a canister, so it looks kind of retro, old school,
Yeah.
but it was really good. Have you ever had it? Doesn't sound like it.
Funny story. Back in the day when I used to work at the restaurant called Ugly Gus's. I know that sounds crazy for a restaurant name.
It
It made sense at the time. That was the brand that we sold.
What do you think?
It was delicious.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. It's been around forever.
It says Classico, so they're not lying.
They're not.
Which one should we try?
Let's try the peppermint mocha. Chobani.
So when you told me that this is the one you wanted us to get to try, or one of the ones, I'd never heard of it. So obviously I know they make Greek yogurt, but
They branched out.
I didn't know they made coffee creamer. So I'm excited.
Their coffee creamer's a tad expensive, but it's worth it because it's all pure ingredients. There's
Okay.
no homogenized oils or any of that.
So that
nonsense.
nice floaty thing at the top.
Right, the
I see that.
oils. There's no oils.
Okay. All right, we're going to give this one a try now, but we won't
Okay.
slurp in your ear.
I'm going to slurp. Yeah, it's just light. The peppermint is light. The mocha is light. It's not overpowering.
It tastes like somebody made you this coffee drink with
Right.
milk and flavor, not a coffee creamer. This is almost like a barista living with you, the peppermint mocha.
Right. I like it because I feel like the other ones are thicker.
Oh, yeah. Like yogurt water.
Cultured yogurt water, where
That's
it's medium thick.
from a publicity episode with Nick Kroll, the show that Jenny and I are obsessed with on YouTube, watching.
I will try to get it in as many times as I can. All the
Well,
lines.
Once you watch it, it's 2-minute snippets on YouTube. You can give it a look for if you want to
I
look.
know. I will watch somebody put together a whole compilation of all the episodes, and I will watch that every
Just
night.
Leave it on in the background. Yeah.
I do. I find funny things. But no, it's nice and light.
Yeah. I like it. I'll be
Me
getting
too.
this again. I'm going to explore other flavors as well.
I already have explored the flavors.
Oh, tell us a little bit more then. Please.
Okay. So the hazelnut is delicious. I mean, they're all delicious. The
Okay.
hazelnut, and there's a cinnamon roll one. Yeah.
Cinnamon's my favorite.
Mine too. I love cinnamon in my coffee. They have a sweet cream. Guess what? They even have a pumpkin spice one.
Oh my God. So I buy that one and then I stare at it and say, like, why would I drink this?
Yeah, I get angry. It's still in my fridge.
Pumpkin spice is a trigger for so many people. Next, we have caramel macchiato by Starbucks. I thought we could taste for you all because people a lot of times love their Starbucks, but then some people say, I hate how much money I spend on Starbucks. So I thought, let's taste their at home. Obviously it's
Right.
not going to be prepared fresh with the foamer and the frother and all the craziness, but let's see how it tastes. The caramel flavor is coming through and it tastes like caramel. If you get the International Delight or Coffee Mate, they
Yeah.
taste manufactured kind of flavoring.
Right.
This
And
does
I
not.
do love those. We're not dissing them.
Just differentiating.
Right.
This does not taste like that. It tastes very much like, excuse me, cream and caramel. And I think it's very nice. Does it taste like a caramel macchiato? No.
It does.
No, I didn't mean that. I
Like
mean,
the real deal, you meant.
yes.
Of course not.
It does taste just like the flavoring of a caramel macchiato.
Right.
Yes.
But are you getting swirls of caramel? No.
Right. And does it taste like you went to Starbucks?
No.
Right. But the flavor I think is spot on. That was very funny. And what do you think? Would you get that one again, Jen?
I would. I think it's lovely. Chobani's my favorite. But let us know what you think. Listeners, tell us. Tell us what your favorite brands are and flavors.
Or morning beverages. We're open to whatever
Yes.
you want to share.
I see videos of influencers making their morning drinks, and a lot of them are doing iced.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
I have. It's not for me, but I think it's so cool. When I go to Starbucks, I wish I had a drink because when I see people that are all excited about their ice drink and how to put it together, some of them put protein supplement. I love when the influencers do it, and I love when I see people out getting their specific order. If you all have a starter suggestion for a morning drink, we'd love to hear anything you want to share.
Yeah. We write it down for us. Then I'll bring it when I go there and read it.
Bring my scroll order. It's our habits series. I think of the habit of setting a boundary as probably the hardest for me, the hardest thing I've seen in coaching others. But I think it's crucial to learn to do, especially for people like us. It's not my nature.
Yeah, I would love to talk about boundaries because I think it's so helpful for our listeners and myself, actually. I always need a little boundary refresh. I think
Same.
some of us feel, especially us anxious achievers, feel like we don't deserve to have boundaries or that they're not needed, but they are. And then they're there to protect you. And it's not this big, terrible thing. I feel like boundaries are like, oh, people make a big deal of like, oh, I'm putting boundaries up. But they're necessary.
What I've seen for myself in helping people with this and working on this myself, actually, everything I've coached anyone on, the reason that I love coaching others is because it's something that I've worked on myself. So I have empathy times sympathy because this is all stuff that will forever be working on. People who struggle with this is all, of course, from what I've seen and my own experience. People that I've worked with to help with this is that when you have trouble setting boundaries, it's because you're tuned into others. Right. But there's somewhere along that continuum where you're really putting others first, and then you start to feel stressed out and you don't know why, or you don't feel good and you don't know why. And there are repercussions that your body will show. That's why this is a thing to consider in the first place, because who in their right mind would be, you know what? I want to cause chaos and confrontation for myself. No one would choose to do this unless it was something that they realize is getting in their way. Lack of boundaries at work is leading to burnout. It reinforces imposter syndrome when you're piling everything on and you're exhausted. And I've been there. I lived years overworking to make sure that I didn't cause any problems was the best for my boss to look good. I've worked really hard to undo a lot of that and take better care of myself. And that's why we're sitting here today doing this podcast, because I've made boundaries for other things in my life to be able to do what I'm most passionate about, which is right here doing this.
Yes, that was well said.
Listeners, like I said, this is from my experience. We'd love for you to join the conversation. Write to us. Tell us what you think as we talk through this today. Anything you want to add, we want to hear. Any questions you have, you can always hit up Ask Cece at the Career Corrective. For now, we'll dive into the boundary talk. We hope you are enjoying the conversation so far and all the silliness. If you want to hear the full episode from the original, it is How to Set Real Boundaries That Actually Work. It was a part of our Habit series, and we'll link it for you in the description below. See you there.